From a young age, Harniel was raised by his selfless and prayerful mother, Mama Charity, a widowed woman who sold boiled groundnuts and plantain chips just to keep food on the table. Harniel's life was shaped by a close-knit community of vibrant and memorable characters. At Peacegate Chapel International, where he found spiritual refuge, he was mentored by Rev. Solomon Kabina, a gentle but firm preacher who constantly reminded the youth that God lifts the lowly in his time. The ever-passionate Elder Gidamatu, known for his booming voice and endless parables, became a father figure to Harniel. Auntie Afia, a women's leader in the church, often gave him Sunday meals and paid for his exam fees when Mama Charity couldn't. Among the youth, Elikum, a spirited and ambitious teenager from the same church, became both a friend and a quiet rival, pushing Harniel academically and spiritually. Mom, a bright and soft-spoken girl in the youth ministry, encouraged Harniel during his darkest moments, often sneaking him motivational notes and old textbooks from her elder brother. Harniel's academic journey began at the local basic school and continued at Takoradi Senior High School, where he came under the tutelage of Mr. Kuntan Blankson, a no-nonsense but deeply caring class teacher who saw great potential in the shy, underfed boy. Mr. Blankson regularly bought him math sets, extra books, and would even sneak him Gari and Shido during evening studies. Through grit, faith, and community support, Harniel excelled. Scholarships came, some through church, others from local philanthropists inspired by his discipline. Now, years later, Harniel stands tall as a well-respected banker at a RCCU, cooperative credit union, handling transactions in thousands of Ghana cedis, wearing crisp shirts, and speaking at youth financial literacy seminars. He still worships at Peacegate Chapel International, supporting the church's scholarship fund and mentoring boys like the young Elikom once was. In this story, explore Harniel's full journey, highlight the emotional bond with Mama Charity, the guiding voices of Rev, Kabina, and Elder Gidamatu, the nurturing love of Auntie Afia, and the loyalty of friends like Abi Mom and Elikom. Show how adversity shaped his faith, education molded his path, and community carried him to success. Let the tale reflect the raw beauty of Ghanaian life, the laughter, the pain, the village gossip, the street food, the choir rehearsals, and the unwavering belief that no condition is permanent. Every day I wake up to messages from my subscribers telling me how they have lost hope in life, how they are tired of living because of all the challenges that they are facing at that time. And honestly, it breaks my heart every time I come across such messages. It will be for those who think life is too hard and they just want to end it all. This story is called The Story of Harniel. Once upon a time in Africa, there was a young man who had no hope in life. He was very poor and could not afford any luxury. His father was an old farmer who struggled to provide food for the family. The young man was called Harniel. Unlike other children, Harniel did not go to school. Life was too hard. If his father had an extra piece of land, he would tell Harniel to go and take care of it, so that when it has time to harvest, he can sell the products and get some money to buy food for the family. Sometimes Harniel would go for a whole week without bathing or even changing his clothes. But despite all this, Harniel loved his family and would do anything for them. One day, while Harniel was taking care of his father's crops, he met an old wise woman. She was passing by, and she saw how Harniel was struggling. She approached him and asked, "Why are you struggling so much? You look miserable." Harniel replied, "I am poor, and I feel sorry for myself." The wise woman asked, "Are you not grateful to God for giving you life?" Harniel replied, "What do you mean? Look at how I live. I am suffering. One wish I were never born." The wise woman was shocked after hearing what Harniel said. She felt that Harniel needed more than just advice. The wise woman took Harniel to her house, gave him food, and made sure he bathed before leaving his hut. After all these, the wise woman told Harniel, "Go and sit down. Now I want to tell you a story." Harniel sat down. The old woman started, "A long time ago, I was as young as you. I also lived in a poor family. I struggled a lot, but even in my struggles, I never thought of ending my life. I knew that one day things would change for me, and indeed things changed. Now I can help the poor, and I feel very happy doing this. But you, Harniel, if you continue with this attitude of yours, no one will ever want to be around you." Harniel was silent, did not know what to say. The old woman continued, "You have been given life for a reason. Do not think that everyone who has money is happy. Some of the richest people in the world take their own lives because they have nothing to be grateful for. I have seen it all, the good and the bad. Let me tell you something, Harniel. There are two types of people in the world. There are those who complain about everything and those who make things happen. Complaining will never solve any problem. If you want to change your life, stop complaining. Start with what you have. Stop worrying about what you don't have, because it is not good for your health. But how can I change my life? I don't even have enough money to buy food. I am tired of living like this, Harniel said. The wise woman looked at Harniel and saw how miserable he really was. She said, "Tomorrow I want you to go to the market and buy some eggs and chickens. I will give you the money. With these, we are going to start a small business. It will be difficult at first, but with time, things will change." Harniel was surprised, could not believe what he was hearing. He was so used to living a miserable life that he never thought anyone would come and change it. Harniel went to the market and bought all the things the wise woman had asked. He brought them back to her house, and the two started selling the eggs and the chicks. It was not easy, as no one wanted to buy from them, but Harniel was determined to succeed. He knew that if he failed, he would have to go back to his miserable life. The wise woman encouraged him to keep trying. One day, Harniel met a man who was looking for some chicks. He bought all the chicks they had and paid them well. Harniel was so happy. For the first time in his life, he had enough money to buy whatever he wanted. But he knew that if he wasted the money, he would go back to being poor. So he saved the money and planned for the future. He continued selling eggs with the wise woman until he had enough money to buy some goats. He bought the goats and continued saving. With time, Harniel became a rich man. He helped the wise woman and many other poor people. One day, while Harniel was visiting the wise woman, he saw a young boy who looked like he had not bathed for weeks. The boy was dirty and his clothes were torn. Harniel asked the wise woman, "How does this boy live? Why does he look so dirty?" The wise woman replied, "This boy lives in the next village. His parents died, and now he lives with his grandmother. She is too old to take care of him." Harniel was moved with compassion. He called the boy and asked him to follow him. When the boy followed Harniel, Harniel took him to his car and told him to get in. The boy was so surprised. He had never seen a car before. Harniel took the boy to his house and gave him food. He made sure the boy bathed and changed his clothes. Then he took him to his store and gave him some clothes, shoes, and many other things. Harniel did not stop there. He made sure the boy went to school, paid his school fees, and made sure he had everything he needed. One day Harniel saw the boy selling water in the streets. Harniel stopped his car and bought all the water the boy had. Then he called the boy and asked him, "Why are you selling water? You are my adopted son, aren't you?" The boy replied, "I am sorry, sir. I didn't know what to do with myself. I have finished high school, and now I have nothing to do. I thought I could make some money by selling water." Harniel replied, "You will not sell water again. I want you to work in my company. I will pay you well." The boy was so grateful. He thanked Harniel for everything he had done for him. As the years passed, Harniel grew old. He knew that one day he would die. Before he died, he called his adopted son and told him, "I am very proud of you. You have worked very hard, and you are now a successful man. Remember, my son, life is full of ups and downs. Don't let the challenges you face discourage you. I never thought I would become a rich man. Remember the day I met Mama Abena? Things have changed now, and I am very grateful to God for everything. When you get to my age, you will understand how life works. I have seen it all. Nothing worries me. I have learned that life is not worth worrying about. Every day that you live is a gift from God. Be grateful for every moment you have." After Harniel died, his adopted son became the new CEO of the company. He continued Harniel's legacy of helping the poor. That is the story of Harniel. If you are going through hard times right now, remember that no matter how hard things are, there is always light at the end of the tunnel. Just like Harniel, your situation may seem hopeless, but things will change one day. Never lose hope.